In 2000, Blockbuster could have bought Netflix for $50 million. Netflix is now worth over $300 billion. Blockbuster has one store left, run by a woman named Sandy in Bend, Oregon. This is the greatest business faceplant of the 21st century, and it starts with a laugh in a Dallas conference room. Welcome to Burn Rate. Today, the slowest motion car crash in corporate history. Blockbuster Video opened in 1985. By 2004, it was a monster. 9,000 stores worldwide, $5.9 billion in annual revenue, 84,000 employees. Friday night in America was not Friday night without a blue and yellow plastic bag full of VHS tapes and microwave popcorn. You walked under fluorescent lights past cardboard categories labeled new releases and action and family. You fought a stranger for the last copy of Shrek 2, and every tape had a yellow sticker that read, "Be kind, rewind," which was less a request and more a legally binding threat. They were untouchable. They were a verb, and they were built on a business model that only a cartoon villain would design. 16% of Blockbuster's revenue came from late fees. 16%, that is roughly $800 million a year extracted directly from customers who forgot to rewind Rush Hour 2. And here is the spicy part. That $800 million was bigger than the company's entire profit. Late fees were not a side hustle. Late fees were the business. Killing late fees was killing the cow that pooped the gold. Their best customer was a customer who hated them. Enter Reed Hastings. The year is 2000. Hastings runs a tiny bleeding DVD by mail startup called Netflix. He has a cold, he is losing money, he flies to Dallas, walks into Blockbuster HQ, and pitches CEO John Antioco a deal. Buy Netflix for $50 million and let his team run Blockbuster Online as the dot-com arm of the empire. Naturally, the room laughs him out, literally laughs. One executive who was there later described Hastings as being politely shown the door while people in suits giggled at the guy with the runny nose. $50 million? Today, Netflix produces more than $50 million of content before lunch. This is the moment. This is the scene they will put in the movie. And Blockbuster chose to laugh. To be fair, Antioco eventually figured it out. In 2004, he launched Blockbuster Online, a mail-order DVD service designed to kill Netflix. He also did something radical. He killed late fees. In 2005, all of them, gone. A noble, customer-friendly, strategically correct decision that cost the company $400 million in lost revenue and won back almost no one. Because by 2005, customers did not want fewer late fees. They wanted no store. They wanted a red envelope in the mailbox. Meanwhile, Blockbuster Online was cannibalizing the stores, which is what it was supposed to do. Except the franchisees were losing their minds, and sitting in the background, sharpening a machete, was a man named Carl Icahn. Icahn is a legendary activist investor. He is also, historically, a man with absolutely catastrophic timing on Blockbuster. He took a huge stake in 2005, right as the entire physical video industry was about to walk into the ocean. He hated Antioco. He hated the online pivot. He hated Antioco's bonus most of all. So in typical fashion, Icahn waged a proxy war, won 3 board seats, and forced Antioco out in 2007. Icahn later admitted, on the record, that Blockbuster was the worst investment he ever made. When Carl Icahn says that, you know it was bad. Antioco's replacement, handpicked by Icahn, was Jim Keyes. Former CEO of 7-Eleven? Yes. The convenience store guy, the Slurpee and Taquito guy, brought in to fight Netflix. Bold strategy. Keyes immediately said, and I quote, "Neither Redbox nor Netflix are even on the radar screen in terms of competition." That is a real thing, a real CEO said in 2008, out loud. He also told investors that the future was not streaming, it was a richer, in-store experience, which is the corporate equivalent of declaring that the future of transportation is a nicer horse. Keyes reversed the strategy. He defunded Blockbuster Online, he doubled down on stores, he brought back late fees under a new name. He picked a fight with Netflix while Netflix was literally inventing streaming. In 2008, Netflix launched Watch Instantly. On September 23, 2010, Blockbuster filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy with $1.46 billion in debt. Over the same decade, Netflix went from a $50 million punchline to a $9 billion market cap on its way to $300 billion. The radar screen was, in fact, working. It was just pointed at the floor. In 2011, Dish Network bought the carcass for $320 million, which, if you are keeping score, is less than 7 times what Blockbuster could have paid for Netflix 11 years earlier. Dish tried to relaunch streaming. It did not work. By 2014, the last 300 corporate stores were closed. Today, there is one Blockbuster left on planet Earth. It is in Bend, Oregon. It is run by a general manager named Sandy Harding, who is legitimately beloved and has naturally become a TikTok celebrity. She did a viral Airbnb stunt where you could rent the store for a sleepover with a pull-out couch and a pile of VHS tapes. She kept a memorial shelf for John Russell, the regular customer who passed away. She probably has a better quarter than most WeWork locations. Netflix currently has over 280 million subscribers and a market cap north of $300 billion. The lesson: when a guy with a cold flies across the country to sell you his company for $50 million, maybe do not laugh. Maybe say yes. Maybe, just maybe, rewind the tape.